Okay, welcome back to Case Closed, Anime Review Episode 138. This is over the 1026 episode series, The Unspeakable Witness. Episode starts out with this beautiful woman who gets attacked with a lead pipe. Actually, she gets attacked with a freaking crowbar. Yes, a crowbar. Getting whacked to death with a freaking crowbar. I'm like, that's an odd way to start an episode. That's also a very weird murder weapon. I mean, normally when they do these little blunt things, usually they use like a rock or they use like a pipe, but a crowbar, that's different. And of course, the police show up and it's McGuire and Takagi. Here's the weird thing about this episode. The cops don't do anything in this episode. It's all pretty much Conan, who pretty much solves this case by himself. Mori does a little bit. It's nice to see Rand in the episode. But what is she there to do? Nothing. Like, basically, like, apparently they knew about it because apparently this is related to two other random attacks. And the first two victims actually survived their attacks, while the third one died. Now, why the heck these women are attacked? Don't know. The episodes reveal that. So, they do some investigating. They notice that this woman's son actually potentially witnessed it, and we see this nosy woman who thinks, "Oh yeah, you know those cops?" Like, yes. Like, talking about random attacks, and Conan does not want to talk. He is not interested in talking to this woman at all. He just basically rather walk away because she's very nosy. Though it does come play later on who basically is a woman. Yeah, it's shown that the guy who's staying in this room, who's got who's basically like he hasn't shaved in a while. He does notice basically he hears the actual attack happen, and then he pretty much just doesn't see the victim's face the culprit's face per se, but it's revealed later on that he actually saw the culprit's bracelet, and he knew exactly who this person is. So he ends up hiding it. Apparently, this person who lives in his room. Apparently, he's a big fan of Yanko, who is a reoccurring character in the series, who Mori is a big fan of. Has got a schoolboy crush on her. Despite the fact she's practically half his age. She's roughly in her mid-20s. He's pushing 40. Yes. And he's still technically married. Yeah, he doesn't wear his wedding ring anymore, but he is still technically married. He's actually separated from his beautiful wife. Yeah, so they find out they basically find the guy, and of course Conan East figure, oh yeah, this guy, and of course the guy apparently was Snake anyways, and it turns out this other guy in the mask was actually the actual person who was staying there, whose room that is. The other guy was simply just covering for him while he goes to his Yonko concert, who was now apparently refused to allow him to go because he's a shut-in. Like, okay. So he comes back, and of course the culprit kidnaps the wrong person, the person's room that she thinks belongs to, but she does not know about the switcheroo. Because, well, it's kind of dark. I would think that she would know this because the room was kind of lit. Apparently he was watching something. And apparently this person really attacked, smashed the stuff in the room. And then, of course, they do find the person. And it turns out the culprit is actually the nosed neighbor. Yep, and then Conan takes a shot with the soccer ball. And then after the credits, then, of course, these two guys start up a soap company. And, of course, Mori looks for a double. And that's it. Now, the weird thing about this episode is they don't reveal the reason behind the random attacks. I'm like, really? You solved the murder. You solved what happened, but we never figured out exactly what the reason was. Like, just randomly, the ending felt very abrupt. It's almost like they planned this episode really well, but they couldn't figure out an ending or a motive. It just randomly happens. Like, why the heck would they want to do this for? It just seems so odd, to say the least. Yep. But not much else to say about this episode. It's good. I thought the ending was kind of weak. Yeah, that was a weak ending. Yep, but next week, it's going to be Behind the Curtains. That should be interesting. Okay, next video. Bye.